Long times.
Yes, it's been a very long time.
I thought of you the other day.
Good God, why?
Well, it's nice sometimes, isn't it, to look back?
Yes, absolutely. How's it going, the gallery?
Oh, how do you think it's going?
Well, I'd say pretty well.
Well, I'm glad you think so, it is. I enjoy it.
Funny little painters, aren't they?
They're not at all funny.
Are they? What's a pity? Well, how's it going anyways?
Well, everything's fine, it's fine. Do you think of me?
Let's think of you. I don't need to think of you at all. Yes. But, you're right, man.
Yes, I'm fine.
When was it the last time we met? 2 years ago now?
I think something like that, yes.
Private view, isn't it? So everything's in order, yes?
Yes, it's fine. So, when was the last time that you saw Robert?
It's been several months, don't know why. Why?
Why, what?
Why did you ask the last time I saw Robert?
I just wondered how Sam.
You mean Judith?
Do I?
You remember the form? I asked about your husband, you asked about my wife.
Yes, of course. How's your wife?
Yeah, she's alright.
Sam must be tall.
Yes, he's tall, he's quite tall. He does lots of running, he's a long distance runner, wants to be a good old zoologist.
No, really, that's
Yes.
good. And Sarah?
Well, she's 10 now.
Gosh, I suppose she must be.
Yeah, she must be. That's 5, isn't it?
You remember?
Yes, I would remember something like that.
Do you ever think of me?
No, I don't. I need to think of you as well.
Do you think of me sometimes?
Okay, I think of you sometimes. Do you know what, I bumped into Charlotte the other day, actually.
No, really, she didn't mention it.
Yes, it was in the street, you know, she didn't see me.
No, she haven't seen her for years.
Oh, I recognised her.
How did you recognise her?
I did.
What did she look like?
Exactly like you.
No, what did you think of her really?
I thought she was absolutely lovely.
Yes, she's smashing. She's 13. Do you remember that time? God, when was it? When you picked her up and threw her up and caught her?
Yes, actually, she was very light.
She remembers that, you know.
Was she?
Being thrown up.
Yes, that is a memory. She doesn't know about us, does she?
Of course not. She just reminds. Remember, she was an old friend.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I remember that day. It was everyone was there. It was your husband, my wife, all the kids. I remember.
What day?
The day I threw her up. It was in your kitchen.
It was in your kitchen.
Darling.
Don't say that. It's all.
Seems like such a long time ago.
Does it?
Same again?
I thought of you the other day. I was driving through Kilburn and suddenly I realised where I was. So I drove down Kingswell Drive into Essex Grove. I drove past the house and I stopped about 50 metres on like we used to do. You do remember, don't you?
Yes.
And then there was people that were coming out of the house and they walked up the road.
Oh, what sort of people?
Oh. young people. And then I got out of the car, and then I walked up the steps. I looked at the bell. I looked at the names in the bell, and I looked for our name.
Green. Couldn't see her?
No.
No, because we haven't lived there for years.
No, we haven't.
I heard you were seeing a bit of Casey.
What?
Casey, I just heard you were seeing a bit of.
Where did you hear that?
Oh, people. Talking.
Christ.
I mean, the funny thing is the only thing I thought was irritation. You know, irritation that nobody gossiped about us in the old days. I almost spat out my drink and I said, now listen, she might be having the occasional drink with Casey. Who cares? But her and I had an affair for over 7 years and none of you bastards even had the faintest idea was even happening.
I wonder if anybody knew all the time.
Don't be silly. We were brilliant back then. I mean, whoever went over to Kilburn in those days, just you and me. Anyways, what's going on with you and Casey anyways?
What do you mean?
And what's the scoop?
We have the occasional drink.
I thought you didn't far as work.
I have changed. All his work has changed. Are you jealous?
Of what? Couldn't possibly be jealous of Casey. I'm his agent. I advised him about his divorce. I read all his first drafts. And you know what? In fact, I persuaded your husband to publish his first novel. You know, I escort him sometimes to the Oxford to speak at the Union, and you know, he's my boy. You know, I discovered him when he was a poet, and that was a bloody long time ago now, wasn't it? You know, I even take him down to Southampton. He takes me even down to Southampton to meet his mum and dad. How could I possibly be jealous of Casey? Anyway, it's not as if we're having an affair now, is it? I haven't seen you for years, and I'm happy if you are. Well, what about Robert?
Well, I think we're going to separate.
Oh,
We're up all night, talking all night long.
last night.
Yes, oh yes. Do you know what I found out last night? That he's betrayed me for years. He's had these other women for years.
No, good lord. Well, we betrayed him for years.
And he has betrayed me for years.
I never knew that.
Nor did I.
Oh, what's a fun thing, that actually? You know, after all the lunches and all the years I spent with Robert, I never really even gleamed at anyone in his life apart from you, really. Yeah. See, when you're out, you know, in a restaurant or a pub or a fellow, he pops out for a piss from time to time, you see, but when he's making a crafty telephone call, you can sort of sense it. Well, I never did with Robert. You know, he never made any crafty telephone call in any pub I was ever with him. The funny thing was, it was me making those crafty telephone calls to you when I left him boozing at the bar somewhere. That's the funny thing. When did he tell you all this?
Last night. We were up all night.
Right, well, I didn't come into any of it, did I?
What?
I just finished this morning. You know, because we're old friends and everything is finished, and suddenly I felt the need to see you. Well, listen, it's been absolutely wonderful seeing you. I'm glad, and I'm sorry about all the mess, alright? I must.
You do remember, don't you? I mean, you do remember.
I remember.
You couldn't really afford Wessex Grove, could you, when we took it?
No, fine.
No, I bought the curtains.
Yes, you found a way.
Look, I didn't want to see you for nostalgia. I mean, what is the point? I just wanted to see how you're doing. Truly, how are you
And
doing?
what does it matter? You didn't tell Robert about us last night, did you?
I had to. He told me everything, so I told him everything. And we were up all night, and then at one point Ned came down, and they had to pick him up and take him back to bed and put him back to bed, and then, you know, it was our voices, you know.
You told him everything.
I had to.
You told him absolutely everything about us.
I had to.
But he's my oldest friend. I held his own daughter up in my own kitchen and threw up and caught her when he watched me do it.
What does it matter? It's all gone.
Oh, has it? What has?
It's all over.
It's good of you to come.
Not at all.
Yes, I know it's been difficult. I know the kids.
That's right. Sounded urgent.
Yes, you found someone, did you?
What?
For the kids, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Anyway, honestly, everything's in order anyway. Charlotte's not a baby.
No. Sorry, are you going to sit?
Yes, I might, in a minute.
Well, Judith's at the hospital one night due to the kids are at home. So I must speak to you, it's important.
Speak.
Yes.
What's the trouble? You look quite rough. It's all about you and Emma, is it? I know about all that.
Yes, so I've been told.
It's important now, is it? It's been over for years, hasn't it?
It is important.
Really, why?
I mean, I thought I was going to go mad.
When?
This evening. Wondering whether to phone you. I mean, I had to phone you, and it took me 2 hours to phone you, and then you were with the kids, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to see you.
Look, what exactly do you want to say?
Mad.
What do you want to say?
I don't know why she told you. I don't know how she could tell you. She just did. Me and her had a drink earlier on, and we've had history. And I know you two have had a long time since you've seen each other, but we shared a drink, and she spoke about your problems, and I heard about them. I'm really sorry for that, you know.
Don't be sorry.
Why not? I mean, the fact is I can't understand how she thought it was so necessary after all these years to tell you so suddenly last night.
Last night?
Yes, without even consulting me, without even warning me, after all you and me were...
She didn't tell me last night.
I heard about the conversation you were having last night. You were up all night, weren't you?
Yes, that's correct.
right? And she told you about me, did she not?
No, she didn't. She told me about you and her 4 years ago. So she didn't have to tell me again last night because she told me herself 4 years ago.
What?
Then we'll sit down. I thought you knew.
Knew what?
That I knew. I thought you knew.
You thought I knew.
I mean, she said you didn't, but I didn't believe that.
Well, she told you when?
I found out. That's what happened. I found out, and then she confirmed the fact.
But we've seen each other a great deal over the years. I mean, we're best friends.
Yes, never played squash, though.
I mean, I was your proper best friend, you know?
Yes, sure. Don't get upset. There's no point.
Why didn't she tell me?
I'm not her, old boy.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you knew.
Yeah, but you didn't know for certain, did you? You didn't really know.
No, I didn't.
Then why didn't you tell me?
Because I thought you knew, Jerry.
Yeah, but you didn't know for certain, you bastard!
Don't call me bastard, Jerry.
What's going to happen now?
You and I are not going to do anything. My marriage is finished. I've just got to make the proper arrangements, that's all. For the kids.
And you hadn't thought of telling Judith?
Telling Judith what? What about you and Emma? I thought of saying Judith, actually. Oh. What you don't seem to understand is that I don't give a shit about any of this. Yes, it's true. I've hit Emma once or twice, but that wasn't to defend a principle. It wasn't from any sort of moral standpoint. Just the old itch. You understand?
Yes, but you betrayed her for years, didn't you?
Oh yes.
And she didn't know about it, did she?
Didn't she?
Well, I certainly didn't.
You didn't know very much about anything, did you?
No?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yes, I did. I did live with her.
Yes, in the afternoon.
Yeah. Long time. 7 years of afternoons.
7 years of afternoons. I don't seem to know very much about that.
Well, I seem to have left my squash kit at home, so I guess I'll be playing in this. I'm sure you don't mind. I mean, I thought we liked each other after all. We used to.
Used to what, Jerry?
We used to like each other, Robert.
Jerry.
Oh, hurry up.
We still do. What did you old Casey the other week? And he was having an affair with my wife. I played squash for years, Casey and I. He's have a damn good game.
Yes, come on, wait.
I thought that.
He's over the hill a bit.
In what respect?
His work, his books.
This is art seems to be falling away, doesn't it?
Themselves.
Still says very well. Someone was telling me, who was it? Someone in the publicity department. When Casey went off for his book signing with Barbara Spring, you know, in York, the populace queued for hours for his signature on his book, while one old lady and a dog queued for Barbara Spring's signature. I just think Barbara Spring is quite good, don't you?
Yes, actually.
Still, we both do very well after Casey, don't we, you and me?
Yes, very well.
Read any good books lately?
Do you know what? I've been reading that Yates, actually.
Yates, yes.
Yes. You know, you read Yates on Torchella once.
Did I?
Don't you remember? You read Yates in Torcello. You went over to Torcello in the Dawn alone and read Yates. That's it.
Yes. 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 I told you that, didn't I? Yes. Oh. Going anywhere nice this summer?
Yes, actually I've been planning to go to the good old Lake District.
Ah, the Lake District.
that was a good game.
So what do you want to do then?
Well, I don't know what we're doing anymore, that's all.
Yes.
I mean this flat.
Yes.
Can you remember the last time that we were here?
Well, it was the summer, wasn't it?
Well, was it?
Well, I know that it seemed that it was.
It was the beginning of September.
That is summer, is it not?
It was the start of autumn. It was extremely cold.
Well, it's extremely cold now.
We were going to get another one of those electric fires.
Oh, yes, I never did do that.
Well, there's not much point now, is there? We're never here.
Well, we're here now.
Are we?
You see, things have changed. You've been busy with your job.
Yes, I know. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's great. That's marvellous.
If you're going to run a gallery, you've got to be there to run it.
Yes, but you're never free in the afternoons, are you?
Well, what about all the times you're out of the country?
Well, it wouldn't matter if I'm in America or if you're not free in the afternoons. How can we meet?
We could go for lunch.
Well, I can't come all the way out here for a quick lunch, can I?
I didn't suggest that.
No, you didn't.
The fact is, in the past, we were determined. It seemed impossible. Impossible, but yet, we met in this flat, we took this flat because we wanted to.
It wouldn't matter how much we wanted to if I'm in America and you're not free in the afternoons. You know that nights are out of the question. I have a family.
I have a family too.
Oh, I know that perfectly well. I might remind you that your husband is my oldest friend.
And what do you mean by that?
I don't mean anything by it.
No, what are you saying by saying that?
Oh, Jesus, I'm not saying anything at all. I just said precisely what I wanted to say.
I see. The fact is, in the past, we used our imaginations. We'd book a hotel, make a night of it, and you know...
Well, that was before we got this flat, you know, in the mill.
We had haven't spent many nights in this flat, have we?
No. Not many nights anywhere, really.
Can you afford to keep it going month after month? It's a waste. Nobody comes here. It's just empty, day after day, night after night, and I mean the crockery and the bed sheets and the tablecloth that I bought from Venice. It's just an empty home.
This is not a home. I know. I know what you've always wanted, but it could never actually be a home. You have a home, I have a home. With curtains, tablecloths, bedspreads, etc. And 2 children! 2 children in 2 different homes!
This was never intended to be a home in any sense, was it? You never saw this as a home.
No, I saw it as a flat, you know?
For fucking.
No, for loving.
Well, there's not much of that left, is there?
Well, I don't think that we don't love each other.
Oh well, what do you do with the content? The furniture?
Oh yes, well, there is something very simple we can do if you'd like to do it.
Oh, you mean sell it to Mrs. Banks for a furnished flat?
Yes, that's right, there's a kitchen.
There was what?
A kitchen? Right here.
We bought everything in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We bought everything in that kitchen together.
Yes, we did.
So, you'll go into it with Mrs. Banks then? Oh, I don't want anything. You see, I've got a home with children and a tablecloth and kitchen and stuff.
Don't worry, I'll go into it with Mrs. Banks then. There'll be a bit of cash there. You know.
No, thank you. I do not want your cash. I am going now. Here are my keys. Price? Offer me, please. Can you hurry? I'm picking Charlotte up from school. Taking her shopping. You do realise that this is a Thursday afternoon? That is the gallery's Thursday afternoon off. That's why I'm here. So what's closed on a Thursday? Can I have my key, please? Thank you. I absolutely think we're making the right decision.
Emma, Jerry's here.
Who?
Jerry.
Oh, I'll be down.
There you are. Cheers. Cheers. Sit. She's just putting Ned to bed. She'll think he'll be off in a minute.
Off where?
Dreamland.
Ah. How are your sleeps these days?
What?
Your nights? Oh, with Ned, I mean.
Oh, that, yes, sir. It's getting better. You know what they say.
What do they say?
Boys are worse than girls.
Worse.
Yes, boy babies, they cry more than girl babies.
Do they?
You didn't find that to be the case?
Well, yes, I think we did. But did you?
Yes. What do you make of it?
Well, I guess boys are more anxious.
Babies?
Yes.
What the hell are they anxious about at their age, do you think?
Leaving the womb? The world, all of that?
Girl babies leave the womb too.
Yes, that is true. But it's also true that nobody really talks about that.
I'm prepared to do so.
Why is that?
Well, I was asking you a question.
And what was it?
Mind you said that boy babies find leaving the womb more of a problem than girl babies.
Have I made such an assertion?
You went on to make further assertion to effect that boy babies are more anxious about facing the world than girl babies.
Well, why do you think that is?
I have no answer.
Do you think it might be something to do with the differences between the sexes?
God, you're right. That must be it.
Hello. Surprise.
I was having tea with Casey.
Where?
Oh, just around the corner.
I thought you lived in Hampstead Heath or somewhere.
You're out of date.
Am I?
Yes, he has left Susanna. He's now living around the corner.
Oh.
Writing a novel about a man who leaves his wife and 3 kids and goes to live alone on the other side of London. Writing a novel about a man who leaves his wife and 3 kids.
It's better than the last one.
The last one. Oh, the last one. The one about a man who lives in a big house in Hampstead with his wife and 3 children. Writing a novel.
You like the last one?
I told you.
Well, I thought it was the best thing he's ever written.
Well, it may be the best thing that he's ever written, but it's bloody dishonest.
Dishonest? Dishonest how exactly?
I've told you, actually.
Or have you?
Yes, she has. Once, where was it? Emma gave a dissertation over the pudding about dishonesty in reference to Casey. Casey's most recent novel, Drying Out. Yes. It was most stimulating. Judith had to leave in the middle of it, unfortunately, for a night shift at hospital. How is Judith, by the way?
She's very well.
What about kids?
Yes, they're very well too.
When are we going to play squash?
No, I can't. You're too good.
I'm not too good at all. I'm just fitter than you.
Fitter? Fitter how exactly?
Because I play squash.
You're playing regularly? With who?
Casey, actually.
Casey? Good Lord. How is he?
Oh, he's a brutally honest squash player. No, really, we must play. You're rather good.
Yes. All right. I'll give you a ring.
Do that.
Yes, we must.
We'll make it up.
Yes, we must make it.
I'll buy you lunch.
No, no. I'll buy you lunch.
And we buy you lunch.
Can I watch? Can I watch and buy you both lunch?
Sorry. To be brutally honest, we wouldn't really want to move around, would we, Jerry? I mean, a game of squash isn't simply a game of squash, it's rather more than that, you see. First there's a lunch and there's a pint, there's a restaurant. I mean, you've had your game, you've had your battle, what you wanted, your pint and your lunch, without fear of improper interruption. And you want to be able to warm your thing without... I mean, that's what it's all about. What do you think, Jerry?
Well, I haven't played squash for years.
Let's play next week.
Ah, well, unfortunately I can't next week. I'm away in New York.
Are you?
Yes. I'm going over with one of my more celebrated writers.
Who?
That would be Casey. Someone wants to film that novel of his that you didn't like. It was a discussion of them coming to us or us going over there. Casey thought he deserved the trip.
And do you? Do you deserve a trip?
Judith going? Casey can't go, eh? Look, I'll ring you about that squash game. In a week. 10 days tops. Lovely. Goodbye. Thanks for the drink.
Blue skies over my head. Give me another reason to get out of bed. Blue skies shine in my face. Give me another woman to take her place. Ain't got no money, cupboards are bare. No cigarettes and the kids got nothing to wear. She walked out without a word. Now the only sound left is that morning bird singing. Blue skies over my head. Give me another reason to get out of bed. Blue skies.
It's Torcello tomorrow, isn't it?
What?
We're going to Torcello tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's all right. Can't wait.
Book good.
Yes, I'm enjoying it.
What is it?
This new book, this man, Sphinx.
Oh, that's yes. Jerry was telling me about it.
Jerry? What's he?
Yes, he was telling me about it at lunch last week.
Does he like it?
Sphinx is his boy, he discovered.
Didn't know that.
Unsolicited manuscript. You like it, do you?
Yes, I do. I'm really enjoying it.
Good. Jerry likes it too. Perhaps you should have lunch with me and Jerry and chat about it.
Is that absolutely necessary? Well, I mean, it's not as good as all that.
It's not good enough for you to have lunch with me and
Oh,
Jerry
what
and
the
chat
hell
about
are you
it.
talking about?
Must read it again myself now it's in hardcovers.
Again?
Jerry wanted us to publish it.
Why didn't you?
Naturally, anyway.
But why?
There's not really much more to say on the subject, is there, really?
Yes, but what exactly do you consider the subject to be?
Betrayal.
No, it isn't.
Isn't it?
No.
What is it?
Well, I haven't finished it yet. I'll let you know.
Do let me know it. Of course, I could be thinking of the wrong book. By the way, I went to American Express yesterday. Went to cash and traveller's checks. Get a much better rate there than you do at a hotel.
Oh, really?
There was a letter for you. They asked me if I was any relation. So I said yes. Then they asked me if I wanted to take it, but I said no, I don't need it. Did you get it?
Yes.
Right.
It was from Jerry.
Does he recognise the handwriting? To be honest, I'm amazed they suggested I take it. I mean, it never happened in England, would it? But these Italians so free and easy. Because my name is Downs and your name is Downs doesn't mean we're the Mr. and Mrs. Downs that they, in their laughing Mediterranean way, assume we are. We could be, and far some more like it. Total strangers. Since I, who am laughingly to be, assumed to be your husband, had taken the letter, opened it, out of nothing more than out of curiosity, and found it in the plan. You would have been deprived of your legal right to read your own mail, all because of this Venetian gem of foutisme. Good mind to write to Dr. Venice about it. That's what stopped me taking it, by the way. The chance that I could very, easily be a total stranger. And they did not know, and had no way of knowing, is that I am indeed your husband.
Pretty inefficient bunch.
Only in a laughing Mediterranean way. How is Joe's mother?
Good.
Judith?
Fine.
What about the kids?
I don't think he mentioned them.
That's all right then, sure. If there was anything wrong, he would have mentioned them. Any other news?
No.
Looking forward to Torcello. How many times have we been to Torcello? Twice. I remember how much you loved it the first time. When was that? It must have been 10 years ago now. 6 months after we were married. I hope you like it as much tomorrow. God, you're shivering. Are you cold?
No.
You know, you used to write to me at one time. Long letters about Ford Maddox Ford. You used to write to him too, long letters about W.B. Yeats, I suppose. That was when we were both editors of poetry magazines. Him at Cambridge, me at Oxford, all we were bright young men and close friends. Still are close friends. I've been trying to remember when I introduced him to you. I take it I did introduce him to you. Yes. When? When? Can you remember?
No.
You can't.
No.
How odd. Gosh, he wasn't the best man at our wedding, was he? Well, I take it that was when I introduced him to you then. Was there any message from me? His letter. I mean, in the line of business. In the world of publishing. Any message from him? No message? Not even his love?
We're lovers! We're lovers!
I thought it must be something like that.
When?
What?
What did you think?
Yesterday? Only yesterday. Before yesterday I was quite ignorant.
Sorry?
Sorry. Where does it take place? Must be quite awkward. I mean, we've got 2 kids. He's got 2 kids, let alone a wife.
We have a flat.
Yeah. A flat. Nice. It's quite established then, your affair.
Yes.
How long?
Some time.
It's been how long exactly?
5 years.
Ned is 1 year old. Ned is 1 year old! Did you hear what I said?
Yes. And he's your son. Terry was in America at the time.
He writes you from America.
Of course, and I wrote to him.
Did you tell him that Ned had been conceived?
Not by letter.
Because when you did tell him, was he happy to know that I was to be a father? Was like Jerry? Rather more than I like you. Perhaps I shouldn't have an affair with him myself. Stanley, are you looking forward to our trip to Torcello?
My baby gonna love me, cry by myself. My baby gonna love me, cry by myself. I loved another woman, I lost my best girl. She was a real good woman, she didn't mean me no harm. She was a real good woman, wouldn't do me no harm. But I loved another woman, now she's up and she's gone. Well, come back, baby. I know I treated you wrong. Well, come back, baby.
Darling,
Oh, I forgot about this.
what is it?
Lunch.
Hmm.
Things you like.
Things I like.
So? How do I look?
Beautiful.
Do I look well?
You do. So how was it?
It was lovely.
Did you go to Torcello in the end?
No, the speedboats were on strike or something.
On strike?
Yeah, so I thought you were supposed to be going.
That's funny. I thought you could go to Torcello by gondola.
You can't take a gondola to Torcello.
Well, why not? That's how they got there in the olden days before the speedboats, didn't they?
It's going to take hours.
Guess you're right. Hmm. I got your letter.
Good.
Did you get mine?
Of course. Miss me?
Yes, actually, I haven't been well.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just a bug.
Light. You haven't been here at all, have you?
Nope.
It's hoovering.
Later. I'm going to lunch with Robert on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes,
Why?
it's my turn.
Yes, but why are you taking him to lunch?
Because it's my turn.
You've misunderstood me.
Have I? How?
Well, quite simply, you do often meet for lunch, but there is a point.
Well, there isn't to this one. It's just how it's always been. Robert's turn, followed by mine.
Discover any new writers whilst I've been away?
Nope. Sam fell off his bike.
What do you?
Yes, he was knocked out for about a minute and a half, but he's all right.
You with him?
No, Judith. He's all right, and then I caught this bug. I haven't had time for anything.
read that Spinks book I gave you?
Oh, yes. It's excellent.
Yes, Robert hated it. He wouldn't publish it.
What's he like?
Oh, Spinks? Oh, he's about 50, wears dark shades day and night, and he lives in a furnished room. Quite like this one, actually. He's unfussed.
Furnished rooms suit him. They suit me too. And you? Do you still like it? Our home?
It's marvellous.
Marvellous to have me.
You're all right?
I cook and slave for you.
Yes, yes, you do. You do.
Want something, our cousin Dennis?
Oh yeah, what is it?
Don't you just love it?
It's lovely.
Do you think that we'll ever go to Venice together? No. No, probably not.
You don't want me to go see Robert on Thursday. Or Friday, for that matter.
What makes you say that?
You don't want me to go and see Robert at all.
I didn't say that. You can't not see him. Don't
I
be
had
silly.
a terrible panic when you was away. For the life of me, I could not remember where I had left your letter. I had to go on with some contracts with some lawyers, and I thought I'd left it in the safe. I said I had to go look for something in the safe, and it wasn't in the safe. I had to continue with the damn contract. I kept on picturing it being picked up by someone.
Did you find it?
It was in the pockets of a jacket I'd left at home. And there was this other time as well. You know, a few months back, when was it? I don't know, but we was out for one of our drinks, you know, and I got home very late that night, around 8 o'clock, and I knocked on the door, and Judith answered. Hello, she said. Oh, hi, you're late. I went, yeah, sorry, you know, Spinks. Well, I was just out for dinner with him. Dinner with Spinks? Oh, well, he's just called 5 minutes ago. Didn't say he'd seen you. Oh, well, you know Spinks, don't you? Yeah, you know Spinks, yes. He's not really forthcoming, is he? I said, oh, don't worry, I'll give him a call back later. He must have forgot to say something over dinner. I just said goodnight to her, said goodnight to the kids, and that was it. And then, do you remember that time a few months back when we was in your kitchen? In your kitchen, and it was everyone, all the kids, and everyone laughing and running around. And you remember when Charlotte came up to me? She came running up to me, and I picked her up, and I threw her up and down and down and up. And do you remember the way she laughed?
Everyone laughed.
She was so light. It was me and my wife, you and your husband, all the kids running around laughing. I just can't get it out of my head.
It was in your kitchen, actually. I mean, why shouldn't you throw her up?
George, is that you?
Yes, who is this?
It's Jerry, old pal.
Hello, Jerry. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm keeping well. How's Julie?
Oh, what? Yeah. You know, okay. Busy.
What about the kids?
All right, Sam fell off his...
What?
No, don't worry about that. So how was it?
Let's go there with Julie, didn't you?
Yes, but we haven't been there for a very long time. How about Charlotte? Did she enjoy it?
I think she did. I did.
Good.
I went to Torcello.
Oh, really? Lovely place.
Yeah, it's got a very, very early hour. Whoomp! Straight across the lagoon in the dawn.
What's the whoop?
Speedboat.
Oh, well, I thought that...
What?
It's been so long I must have forgotten. I thought one went to Torcello by gondola.
No. Whoomp! Speedboat. Straight across the...
Sounds marvellous.
I was quite alone.
Where was Emma?
I think asleep.
Oh,
I sat on the grass and read Yeats.
Yeats on Torcello.
They went well together. Emma read that novel of that chum of yours. What's his name?
I don't know who.
Spinks.
Ah, Spinks, yes. The one you didn't like.
The one I wouldn't publish.
Yes.
You like it, do you?
I do.
It's very successful.
It is.
Tell me, do you think that makes me a publisher of unique critical judgment or a foolish publisher?
A foolish publisher.
I agree with you. I'm a very foolish publisher.
No, you're not. What are you talking about? You're an amazing publisher. What are you on about?
No. I am a foolish publisher because I hate books. Or to be more precise, modern prose. All the first novels and second novels, all this promise and sensibility, it falls upon me to judge, to put the firm's money on, to push for the second novel, the third novel, you know. See it done. See the dust jacket done. See the awards for literary editors done. I mean, see the signing of hatchets done. You know what you and Emma have in common? You love books. Or to be more precise, modern literature. The new novel by Casey or Spinks, it gives you both a thrill.
You must be pissed.
Do you not think it gives Emma a thrill?
How am I supposed to know? She's your wife.
Yes. Quite right. I shouldn't have to consult you. I shouldn't have to consult anyone. Look, I'm sorry. You know what it is? I just can't bear being back in London. You know, I was happy. I was in Venice, on Torcello, alone, in the dawn, reading Yeats. I mean, I was happy. Such a rare thing.
Listen, we all feel...
Yes. We all feel that sometimes. You do yourself, do you? Look, I'm sorry. There's nothing really wrong, you see. I'm very happy. Emma and I are very good together. I mean, we have a family, you know? And I consider Casey to be a first-rate writer.
Oh, do you really?
First-rate. I'm proud to publish it. And you discovered him, and that was very clever of you.
Thank you.
You've got a good nose. And I respect that. So does Emma.
How is Emma?
She's good. In fact, she'd love to see you. You should come round sometime.
Push me out. Are you starving?
Yes, I am.
No, really, come on. No, I'll never get on it. No, you stay here. You stay here.
What a lovely April.
So how was it?
I went for a walk in the park. It was beautiful, quiet, a slight mist. And then I sat underneath a tree and I just gazed upon the serpentine.
And then?
And then I took a taxi to Wessex Grove, number 31. I climbed some stairs, opened the front door, climbed another set of stairs, opened the next front door to come in here to see you in a lovely new apron cooking stew. Which is now what? Vodka at lunchtime.
No, well, I just felt. I ran into Judith yesterday. Did she tell you?
No, she didn't. No, where was she?
Lunch.
Lunch? Lunch where?
She didn't tell you.
No.
That's fine.
Lunch where?
Fortnum and Mason.
Fortnum and Mason's? What the hell is she doing at Fortnum and Mason's?
Having lunch. With a woman.
With a woman?
Yes.
Fortnum and Mason's is a long way away from the hospital.
Oh, of course it isn't.
I guess you're right. And you?
Me?
What would you do at Fortnum and Mason's?
Having lunch with my sister. She really didn't tell you.
No, well, I was out late last night with Casey and she out this morning with, whoever she was with.
Do you think she's ever been unfaithful?
No, she's too busy with the kids and being a doctor. She doesn't have time for speculation.
Do you think she knows about us?
Knows what?
About us?
No, there are no clues for her to follow.
Yeah, well, there might be.
There aren't.
Okay, well.
She has an admirer.
Really?
Another doctor. He takes her out for drinks. And, you know, she says she likes him and he likes her and that's all there is to it, etc., etc. But I find it irritating. I think the reason I find it irritating is because I don't quite know what is going on.
What is so bad about having an admirer? I have an admirer.
Who?
You, I think.
Well, I would like to think I'm more than that.
Tell me, have you ever thought about changing your life?
Change. It's impossible.
What if Judith has been unfaithful to you?
She hasn't.
How do you know?
I just know she doesn't.
I suppose you've got the kids.
She's a brilliant doctor. She likes her life. She loves the kids and she loves me. All of that must mean something.
So, certainly does.
But listen, hey. I adore you. I adore you.
Listen, there is something I have to tell you.
What is it?
I'm pregnant. It happened when you were in America. It wasn't anyone else's.
Ah. Yes,
It was my husband's.
of course. I'm happy for you.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out on the town. Doing anything just to get you off of my mind. When the morning comes, I'm right back where we started again. Trying to forget you was just a waste of time. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see. There was something in everything about you. Baby, come back here. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. All day long, wearing a mask of false bravado. Trying to keep up a smile, hide the tears. But as the sun goes down, it feel again. How I wish to God that you were here.
Hey!
God!
I've been waiting for you.
What do you mean?
I knew you'd come.
When it comes to comb my hair,
I knew you'd come to comb your hair. I knew you'd have to get away from the party.
aren't you enjoying the party?
You are a beautiful hostess. You are. You are beautiful. I came here to tell you, I really do have to tell you that
Please.
you are incredible.
Jerry.
I'm drunk, but nevertheless. You are so lovely. You amaze me. Can't you see that all the words that I am using, they've never been said before? You overwhelm me. It's like a whirlwind. Have you ever been to the Sahara Desert? Look at the way you're looking at me.
Looking at you.
No. Look at the way you're looking at me. Can't you see? You knock me out. I'm bowled over. completely. You're beautiful. I just mean. See? I will not walk. I will be a cripple. I will descend. I will diminish into total paralysis. You look at the state that you put me in. The complete, the state of catatonia. Do you know what the state of catatonia is? The state in which where the reigning prince of is the prince of emptiness, the prince of absence, the prince of desolation. I love you. The world knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. But they'll never know. They'll never know. They'll never know. And I cannot believe that anything that has ever happened has ever happened. This is the only thing that has ever happened. You amaze me. Your eyes, I am lost. You're wonderful. There. Yes! Yes! You are. Robert!
Your best friend is drunk.
As your dearest and oldest friend, I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell your wife how beautiful she is.
Quite right.
Yes, quite right, sir. And I thought I'd give you this token, a token of one's unalloyed appreciation.
Absolutely.
And how wonderful that is, that the case is your wife's beauty.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out on the town, doing anything just to get you off of